All right, today I'm going to put a new oil pan gasket on the 302 for the green coupe. I'm also going to put in a new rear main just because I'm here. I'm already there. And I'm also going to put in a freeze plug because one of the freeze plugs had a heater freeze plug in it, and I'm afraid it'll leak. So I've already pushed it out. I need to go to the parts store and get another one. But right now I'm going to take the pan off, clean up the stuff, and get ready to reseal it. I'm going to go ahead and get started, see how far I can get. Okay, the story so far is I've got it cleaned up, clean up the gasket areas, and getting ready to go get parts. Popped off the oil pan and still got the original oil pump, which is an aluminum bodied oil pump. And I was gonna try to let it fly, but I think I've got one that came on a 331 that originally came in this car. And I'm going to go ahead and swap that out because those aluminum body ones, they'll wear out and eat into the housing and lock up. I've had one happen a long time ago. It was an abused engine, but it's not a good idea. Aftermarket ones are cast iron, and earlier ones were cast iron, so they just cheaped out, and they still last a long time, but when they're done, they're done. They lock up, twist off the oil pump drive shaft, and you've lost oil pressure to your engine. Depending on how long it takes you to notice, your engine could be totally shot. So this is what you do with those oil pumps whenever you find them. You throw them in the trash. That's where they belong. Oil pumps aren't that expensive, and it's cheap insurance, so well worth the peace of mind, especially since I've already got one laying around. But I'm going to say, just off the top of my head, a good oil pump can't cost more than 50 bucks. So while you're there, put one in. The oil pump pickup looks good, so I'm just going to leave it. There's nothing clogging the screen. It doesn't look bad at all. I might spray it out with some brake clean, but that's as far as I'll go with that. So I'm off to the parts store. I'll be back, time-lapse some more of this. That'll be that for this episode. Stuff in the mail today. Got a shop manual for the bobber. That'll help a lot, so I'm not just guessing. It was pretty bad shape. I don't think they really said that, but I went ahead and stuck some reinforcement tape on it. Keep the pages from falling out and the covers from falling off. K&N oil filter for the bike. So you gotta start somewhere. Might as well start with new stuff so you know what you got. So new oil filter. I'll end up with new oil eventually. And still got to do the wiring. I've ordered a fuse box, but it's coming from Japan, so it's going to be a while, but I'm in no hurry. So when it gets here, I'll start working on that. Literally sitting under a cover in the garage, just kind of waiting. Well, I got the new oil pump on, new oil pan gasket, and new freeze plug installed. Um, if you look at the time lapse carefully, you'll see that I got the oil pan all the way on, and the gasket on the front had actually popped out. That one piece with that little rubber archway or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes they'll do that on you. I totally didn't see it. Popped it back off. It wasn't cut or anything. Pushed it back in there. Was a lot more careful. Watching the front and the back. Torqued it down. New rear main seal too. That went pretty smooth. I checked out the bearing while I was there. Looked pretty good. It wasn't new by any means, but it wasn't showing copper either. So I think it'll be fine. Here it is. It don't look any different. There's the new freeze right there. I sealed it, put sealer on it, stuffed it in there. It seemed to go a lot further than the old ones did, so I hope it's in there seated good and sealed good enough. I'm sure I'll find out if it isn't. Pan was disgusting. Pan had a lot of sludge in it, so I cleaned that all out. The old oil pan gasket was on there good, so I had to wire brush it off. Yeah, everything went pretty good. I think from next is going to be painting the valve covers, painting the lower intake, putting all that on. Kind of going to have to decide what to do after that, if I'm going to paint the engine bay or if I'm going to leave it the way it is. I put evaporust in this gas tank. And so far, they say 2 to 4 hours. It's probably been 2 hours. I don't have any, I'm not in a hurry. I only got like a quart jug maybe. They sell them in the gallons in some places. I'm gonna get another gallon or maybe 2. It's not real, well, $10 for a small. So I'm gonna guess, I don't know, $30, $25 for a bigger one. I don't know. But I'm gonna fill it all the way to the top and leave it sit and kind of try to forget about it and see how it works. I mean, I haven't really looked at any of the reviews, but what I'm catching is, it's pretty good stuff. It's not harsh. It won't hurt you. You can get it on your hands and it won't melt your skin. But it's supposed to work really well. I don't know how it works really well. It doesn't smell harsh, so I'm gonna leave it in there, see what happens. It's probably only up to here on it right now, because that's all I had. So we should be able to find out if it eats the rust, at least at that line. So that's my little experiment. If it does look like it's working well, I'll just pour some more in there and leave it sit, and hopefully it'll clean it out and we'll be good to go on one more thing on that, so I can ditch the water bottle and have a real tank for whenever I can actually get it mobile and run around with it. But it's 11 o'clock here, and it's been a long day, so I'm going to get off here. I'll post more updates soon. It'll be one of these projects I got going on. It'll either be the coupe or the bike, or who knows. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment. I've been getting more comments, and I do enjoy those. I do like interacting with everybody. So anyways, I'll talk to you later. See ya.